Okay everyone, so as you saw in the description of this video, we're going to be talking about why I don't believe in doing personal tarot readings. The first reason is that, the obvious one, I don't want to be responsible or liable for the information that I give to somebody regarding their personal life and business. There have been countless situations where tarot readers have been blamed and targeted for things that happen to their readers. The readers take things personally, even with like the collective readings that a lot of readers do online that are just supposed to be general. People take it personally and they attack the readers and all these things. And I think that a reason why that happens is because, adversity to me is not a natural thing. When it happens, that means that something that is happening, something that you're doing, some action you're taking is not in alignment with truth and what it should be, because truth is love, truth is prosperity, truth is like positivity. So whenever you have negative outcomes coming from a situation, then you know that there's some sort of lie going on in there. And that's not throwing any shade, or that's not anything against tarot readers out there who do readings for the collective or who do personal readings. I really think that perspective is just it hasn't been talked about. But I think intuitively we feel it. Like, that you shouldn't be out here. And that's why a lot of tarot readers, they start doing readings and then they stop, and then people start asking them to do it. Then they start feeling conflicted of whether or not they should be doing it. In my opinion, I really don't think that there's a need for it. I think that as a tarot reader, we have the responsibility to teach others how to read tarot for themselves. And that's what I intend to do with this channel. I don't want to, I fully believe in that saying that goes, you give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime, because then, he can take that information and teach everybody else in the village how to fish. Like, that information now becomes infinite. Like, it can help an infinite amount of people, whereas if you were to just do that thing for that one person, you're just helping that one person. So if we're really out here as tarot readers saying that our intention is to help others, then helping them, the only way to do that on a grand scale is to teach people how to do things for themselves. And I believe that we all have the ability, at the very least, to read tarot for ourselves. And so that's why the channel is called Trust Yourself Tarot, because at the end of the day, you are the only person who knows what's right for you. You're the only person who knows about what's going on in your life. Your heart knows what the truth is. You don't need somebody else to tell you what that is. And as a reader, I am not going to take on that responsibility for you, for anybody. I take it on for myself. And so that's why when you see me doing my readings, I talk about myself. I'm not going to talk about other people's business, because I don't have anything to do with that. Like, that I really, at the end of the day, don't know for sure. I know what feelings are coming through. I know how I would interpret it. I know how it applies to my life. And that's why I use that language when I'm doing my readings. Because that's really what it is at the end of the day. Intuitively, you know what it is for you. And then you share that with other people in hopes that it could help them. But to sit down, and I've dated people and I've let them know about my tarot, and there's this stigma, they think, oh, well, who do you think you are, thinking that you could tell the future and all this other stuff. Stop right there. That is not why I read tarot. I cannot tell the future. Can I predict what might happen in my future because I know what's happening currently and I can connect the dots and possibly help somebody else that might be in the same situation? Sure. But am I going to sit here and presume to know that, this and that is going to happen to somebody? No. No, I can share that, like, I have a feeling that this could happen, or these are like the messages that I'm getting, but at the end of the day, um, those are, they're only applicable to me because I'm the one saying them. You guys follow what I'm saying? So like, you know, even with, and again, no bashing, because this is where my journey started, watching collective readings and watching these tarot readers share their views and ideas. But I really feel compelled to share this message because I think that it could even help the tarot readers. Like, this is why there's so much scamming, and this is why there's so much negative stuff going on behind tarot, because we're not going about it in the correct way, in the correct space. It should be about empowering others to do it for themselves. Because when you start doing it for others, yeah, there's monetary benefit in there, and you feel like, you know, but it just opens the door for all of this negative stuff. Because not only are you corrupting the message, you're implicating yourself, you're creating karma for yourself by becoming involved in other people's stuff. Because now you're reading into their lives, so you're becoming, you know, karmically involved with them. There's so many things that tie into this that I don't think we're realizing how serious it is. So that's why I'm a strong proponent of teaching other people how to do their own readings. I've had people ask me, and what I'll do is I'll show them my cards and I'll walk them through the steps. I'll say, hey, like, hold the cards, feel the energy of the cards. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna feel my energy, but, you know, see how you feel holding them. I'll teach them how to shuffle. You know, I'll teach them, you know, what the basics are or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna tell them what I think this card means. They'll pull a card and they'll say, hey, you know, oh, I pulled the death card, for example, or whatever. Okay, so what do you think the card means? What was the first thing that popped up in your head when you saw this card? Did it scare you? Did you feel, what did you feel? I can tell you from my perspective when I pulled it, what has happened. And a little sidebar, if you guys have been watching my videos, I did mention that I pull the death card a lot, or I have pulled the death card a lot lately. I've come to the realization that I thought it was that somebody was gonna, like, physically die, but that hasn't been the case, but it has been an ego death. There has been a major ego death going on with me lately. And I think I'm at, like, the precipice of it. So that's why the death card has been coming out a lot for me. So I can share that insight with somebody. But at the end of the day, death is not going to mean the same for everybody. That card is not going to represent the same thing for everyone. That's why it's super important for you to get an understanding for yourself of what you think these cards mean. Because if you go online, one card, let's use the same death card. If you look up the meanings for death, there are going to be thousands of different ones. And that's because, again, we all have the right and the responsibility to come up with our own definitions for what the cards mean. So again, when somebody asks me, you know, oh, you do tarot, read my cards? No, I'm not reading your cards. I'm going to show you what the process looks like. I'm going to show you how I've done it. I'm going to share with you, you know, what I've learned along the way. But at the end of the day, you need to make your own interpretations of what you think the cards that you pulled mean. Because I am not. I refuse to bring that sort of stuff into my life. I have enough going on in my life. I really can't take on other people's stuff. Like, no. And as a healer, we can get pulled into that, like that feeling of, like, in order to help other people heal, we have to sit in their shit with them, basically. No, that's not what it is. Because now I get pulled into it. Now I'm sitting in it with you. How are we gonna help each other if we're both sitting in it? Like, let's use a different analogy. How, like, let's say you're in quicksand and you need me to help you you need me to help you get out, or whatever. Am I gonna get in the quicksand with you? No, because now we're both gonna be drowning in the quicksand. I'm gonna stand outside and I'm gonna find something for you to grab, or whatever way I can do it without implicating myself, because that's the only way that I could be helpful to you. We need to start applying that to tarot, to everything that we're doing, every service that we bring to other people, we need to start understanding that we cannot be implicating ourselves in the process of helping other people. Because the only thing, as we've seen, that comes from that is negativity, lack, problems. Yeah, some benefit comes from it, monetary, but at the end of the day, money is energy. Do you really want that negative money energy around you? Like, come on, like, let's think about it. All right, so that is my take on reading tarot for others, and that is why you will never see me doing personal readings. I will never do it. Will I teach you how to do your own personal readings? Sure. And if you would like that service, please get in contact with me. All of my information is down below. And until next time, be well.